Okay, let's dive right into this. Welcome to today's explainer. If you spend literally any time working with spreadsheets, you already know the absolute frustration of messy data. Well, today, we're fixing that. We're going to unlock a feature that acts as a literal shield for your Excel sheets, data validation and input control.
Section 1. Stop making Excel mistakes. The problem with human error.
So, before we introduce our hero, we really need to talk about the universal villain here: messy, error-riddled data. Have you ever entered the wrong data by mistake in Excel? Come on, be honest. I certainly have. Manual data entry is incredibly frustrating, because whether it's a slipped keystroke or a misspelled word, human error is just inevitable when you're relying entirely on manual typing.
Section 2. Meet data validation, the guardian of data quality.
Think of data validation as a literal guardian standing at the gates of your spreadsheet. It's a built-in feature that controls exactly what users can type into specific cells, which completely removes all the guesswork. To access it, you're going to use a super simple pathway. Just click the Data tab at the top of your screen and then select Data Validation.
By setting this up, you're essentially building an automated quality control machine. You'll instantly reduce mistakes, you can speed up entry with drop-down lists, and you proactively restrict wrong entries before they even happen. The ultimate result, you massively improve your overall data quality and, honestly, save yourself hours of cleanup time on Friday afternoons because your work is protected right from the start. Section 3. Creating easy drop-down lists. Superpower number 1.
All right, picture this scenario. You're building a sheet and you need users to enter department names, right? Like finance, HR, IT, or marketing. If you just let them type it out, someone's going to enter human resources, someone else is going to type H.R. and suddenly your data is a complete mess. To get total consistency across branches, status updates, or product categories, we just eliminate manual typing altogether.
Now, what's really interesting about this is how simple the setup truly is. Just follow these quick steps. Select your target cells, go up to Data, then Data Validation. Under the Allow criteria, you're just going to choose List. Then highlight your source values, so finance, HR, IT, and marketing, and hit OK. Boom. Just like that, users are selecting from a clean, pre-approved menu instead of typing it out themselves.
Section 4. Setting strict input rules. Superpower number 2. Okay, but what if a dropdown isn't the right fit? Sometimes you need strict, unbreakable boundaries. Say you need to restrict age entries to be exactly between 18 and 60 for a survey or some database. Keep in mind, this exact same logic works perfectly for restricting dates, decimals, or even maximum text lengths.
Configuring this builds right on what we just learned. You select your target cells, open data validation, but this time change that allow dropdown to whole number. Set your data criteria to between, then simply type 18 as your minimum and 60 as your maximum. It flows perfectly logically right through the settings.
And here is where the real-world magic happens. If a user follows the rules and enters 35, it's accepted smoothly, no problem at all. But if they try an invalid entry, like 15, Excel steps in like a nightclub bouncer and completely blocks the bad data. You aren't fixing mistakes after the fact anymore, you're literally preventing them in real time.
Section 5. Custom warning messages. Superpower number 3.
So when Excel blocks that bad data, you definitely want to communicate exactly why the entry was rejected, so your users aren't just sitting there confused. To set this up, go right back to your familiar Data Validation menu, but this time click over to the Error Alert tab. This is where you actually craft your custom pop-up alert. You want to make your message incredibly clear. For the title, you might write something like Invalid Age, and for the message, give them the exact instruction. Please enter age between 18 and 60. By doing this, you're actively guiding them to get it right the very next time.
Section 6. Recap and Practice Challenge. Wielding your power.
Well, we've covered a lot of ground today, and the absolute best way to make these skills stick is to use them right now. So here is your practice challenge. First, open up Excel and create a department drop-down list. Second, restrict numerical scores to be strictly between 0 and 100. And finally, create a custom error message that pops up if someone types, say, 105. Conquer this little checklist, and you are officially a master of input control.
As we wrap up this explainer, I want you to think about this. Now that your data is perfectly clean and error-free thanks to data validation, are you ready to make it visually brilliant? Clean data is just the foundation, really. Making it tell a compelling visual story is what comes next with conditional formatting. Thank you so much for joining me today to master your software.
Thanks for listening, dropping by.